Hi, I'm Heath McGowan. I'm one of the anatomy lecturing staff at Bundoora, and I endorse this clipboard product.
This is a short presentation on the coronary circulation. The learning objectives are to be able to describe the general blood supply of the heart, including the right and left coronary arteries, the great cardiac vein, and the coronary sinus. So what we have is the left and right coronary arteries. These are our main arteries which are supplying oxygenated blood to the heart. They arise from the aorta. Now our aorta carries our oxygenated blood, so the heart uses a lot of energy, needs a lot of oxygen. We would expect the aorta to have these coronary branches. And they do. The left coronary artery branches off the aorta, and it splits into a circumflex artery and an anterior interventricular artery. The circumflex artery supplies the left atrium and the posterior wall of the left ventricle. Meanwhile, the anterior interventricular artery, it runs down this anterior interventricular sulcus, which is just a pit or a valley, and it gives blood to the interventricular septum and the anterior walls, that's these front walls, of both ventricles. So that's the left. On the right hand side, we also have a coronary artery. The right coronary artery branches from the aorta, and it splits. It divides into a right marginal artery. The right marginal artery serves the myocardium of the right side of the heart. Myocardium, myo means muscle, cardium is the heart, so it's just the heart muscle or cardiac muscle. The other division is this posterior interventricular artery. It runs all the way to the apex of the heart and supplies the posterior ventricular walls, so around the back of this picture. While the heart's only 1/200th the weight of the body, it requires 1/20th of the entire blood supply. 1/20th of your entire day blood supply goes to feeding the heart because it never stops working. So we know that from arteries, we get smaller, we have arterioles. Arterioles feed into capillaries, and at the end of capillaries, all the capillaries feed into venules, which feed into veins. So from the myocardial capillary beds, myo is muscle, cardial is heart, so the heart muscle, we end up back in these cardiac veins. Now the cardiac veins, there's a few. Let's get a picture up. We have a great cardiac vein, a middle cardiac vein, and a small cardiac vein. We also have a couple of these anterior cardiac veins. Now these all collect blood from the capillary beds and they merge to form a coronary sinus. A sinus is just a big space, so they're all merging into this big space before they all drain into the right atrium. From the right atrium into the right ventricle and around to the lungs again to exchange carbon dioxide for oxygen. And that's the end of this presentation. Thank you.